the products that are produced by Fort Beverage Company, the bottled water, will just be one of the product lines of the company. So that you don't end up doing taxation twice and maybe paying salaries twice. So that is an aspect that you need to explain to this committee, because this negative working capital that has increased to 19.5 million by June 2022 cumulatively is not a healthy thing. So I think you will need to respond to that.
Looking at the question, Chair, is that this company, the Ford company, has been undergoing losses for the last 3 years. I was keen enough to get to understand the finance department, as the manager, for how long you've been there. It's almost 6 years. And I was also keen enough to get to understand if you're an ISPAC member, which you've confirmed under 8501. And in my research, you also seem not to be in good standing. Actually, your membership is inactive. And also, when you're not in good standing and your membership is inactive, CPM Michael, it now sort of affirms the issues that we are able to note in this audit report. Continuous loss making of such a company, which the MD started by defending and critically emphasizing on a profit making. Like any business person, it's always the goal of a company to make profit. But consecutively for 3 years, you'll be making losses. Why don't you close down? How do we sit here and discuss losses worth millions?
Actually, the issue that Senator Mutinda is raising is the same issue I had raised. Why continue operating this particular company? If, and you remember that is the point I had raised, if the objective was to raise some revenue, to make some profit, that would of course bail out now the mother company, that is Murang'a Water. If it has continually made losses, then what is the rationale of continuing operations of this particular company? And that is the issue I had raised when you said that it was just a matter of budget, income, and expenditure. It's now very clear that the company has been making losses over the years. So, Chair, I think we need clarity on this matter, and we need to know whether the management of Murang'a Water still feels that they need to continue with this company, unless, Chair, there are other reasons, like the reasons the governor gave.
Chair, I echo the same. What I'm looking at is that the management has not made efforts to put in place the new mitigation measures. So I think the issues has been outstanding, and nothing has been done yet. So I just concur with my colleagues that I don't see the reason. And now that it has come out that his ISPAC is not active, then there must be an issue, Chair.
You know, Governor, you have done the first surgery. The first surgery was to return the company to the county government through Murang'a Water. That has been done. But now this one is turning out to be the second surgery that needs to be done.
Why continue with a loss-making company? Chair, this company was established in the year 2018, and I think there is a certificate of incorporation in some of these documents. And when anyone open any business, I think it is a settled economic point that businesses should start making profits on year 3, year 4, thereabout. I think that's generally how a business curve goes, because in the first year you have huge salaries to pay, you have to buy machineries, you have to start marketing. Remember, Chair, there are other players in this market of bottled water. Some are multinational. So by the time you gain consumer confidence, you need to have taken a little bit of time. Also, expend a lot of money in marketing. Chair, I from where I sit and I seek your indulgence, 1-2 year loss making our business probably can be considered as money expended when one is entering into a market. Chair, be informed that as at now, the company is now making profits. Maybe the MD can confirm when did the company now turn around to start making profits. Thank you, Chair.
Budgetary control and performance. The statement of comparison of budget and actual amount reflects nil capital expenditure against a budget of Kenya shillings 7,400,000. The under expenditure affected planned activities and negatively impacted on service delivery to the public. In the circumstances, the public did not benefit from the services they deserved through unimplemented projects. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair. The company relies on internally generated funds. During the year, the revenue targets were not realized, hence no capital investments were made. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Auditor, what is your comment on the response?
Thank you, Chair. The management is agreeing with our observation, and so it remains unaddressed.
And that's why I have concerns with the finance team, because you cannot just come up with figures, just wake up and come up with a figure of 7.4. You must have done your calculations, you must have had your target market shares, you must have anticipated market for you to be able to come up with 7.4. Then why not even 300,000 budget? Why 7.4? Uliamuka tu ukaamua budget yetu ni 7.4. There must have been calculations, there must have been financials. Because then, Chair, we are dealing with this company, this fourth company, Bwana Governor, is really disappointing. Afadhali where we are with the Murang'a water and sanitation. But this one, it's quite, things are not being brought out. They're not really coming up. And I think that's why maybe, Bwana MD, you first started by really defending yourself like this company was for profit. And in all that defense, after 6 years down the line, the only profit you can make is 2 million. What is 2 million? Having invested with over 20 million. Si afadhali hata ununue shamba alafu kesho uuze. And Governor, you have really cleaned Murang'a Water and Sanitation Company very well. I give you credit. Good job. Well done. Perfect. Lakini haka kitu kingine umefungua, this fort will pull you down the train if you're not careful. This is what is going to mess up the good work you've done for the Murang'a water sanitation. But this one is having issues. And MD is not really bringing things out the way we expect him as a CEO and MD to really bring that defense, clarity that you're really making profit. You seem to be comfortable with your team.
And I had asked the MD a question, which I think maybe he forgot to respond to. That if this company is having challenges financially, members had said, then why do you continue running the company? And me, I had said, why continue running them as separate company? Why not merge them so that they have shared costs?
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Allow me to use this analogy. When babies are born, they cry a lot. But after a period, they start to crawl, to laugh, and things becomes better. I indulge my senior that is a young baby. It's only few years old. It is crying a lot, so just give it a little bit of time. And by the way, this is a learning process. When we come through here, we get battered. We can only make better decisions. So we are happy whenever we get this kind of tough questioning. When you look at the mother company, I think it was established way back in the year 2003. Yeah, it has been battered through questioning and tough audits over the years. That's why now it has matured. But this is just a company that was established in 2018, surely, dear senators. We can only become better. We are now on a positive trajectory. It is now making profits. I want to give you an assurance that we shall torpedo the giants in bottled water market in our region. And but if we throw bath water with the baby. We can only destroy that little baby. I say so because now here, the 7.4 million, it is not a loss. It's not something that has been misappropriated. That's not the query. The query is failure to utilize a budget. So I'm not here to rank queries, but I'm trying to imagine that would be a better query of failing to expenditure as opposed to expending when there is no budget. Yeah, and probably maybe the mistake on the part of the company was failure to appropriately project income. But be that as it may, I think maybe next time we will do more cogent budget. But I still seek indulgence. We give the company a little bit of time to get proper legs and fly. Thank you.
My question is to the governor and his management of these companies. Here we had a mother company, the water company. Then you said it was making losses. So you went on and registered a corporation so that it makes profit, so that it supports the mother company. Then this corporation is also making losses in the next 6 years after registration. Our governor has just given us an analogy of a baby. Then this simply means that you as a parent had given birth to a child. She was not doing well. You went on and had another child who is also not doing well. They are all now crying together. Instead of us going back to the mother company, and folding them into one, because here we have similar management. We have the same MD managing these two companies. And we are saying that you are making profit for the profit-making cooperative. Why don't we fold these two so that we can have one? Because for me, your first child was going to a secondary government school. Then you take this one to a private school. And then you want to see profits for both of them. Because selling water from the company is not bottled. It is just water straight from the tap to the people of Murang'a. Now you have a cooperative where you have to bottle. This means this water is even more expensive to the same people that you are saying are in dire poverty. They cannot buy the water from the mother company. So it doesn't make sense to me that now you have a cooperative, you want to make money from the same people languishing in poverty. Can I kindly get an elaborate picture of how you intend to make money from the same community that you've just stated could not make profit from the mother company, that is the water company, now supporting the other cooperative? In whose interest are we having this cooperation? Who is benefiting from all this investment from the people of Murang'a? Because you further claimed that you are taking money from customer deposits to support this cooperative, which doesn't even have a regulation or a policy to guide how you are taking that customer deposit. There are no interests you are giving back. You can't account for anything as we speak. You are here claiming that you are making profits, but you don't have even documents to support your claims. Kindly just give us a clear roadmap on how this works for Murang'a people.
Governor,
so we can make progress.
Yeah, your five-year term ni kidogo, so you have to prove yourself. And I think 3 years is enough just to babysit. It seems you have a soft spot for this baby. It's been 6 years. That baby has gone to school, has been given birth and gone to school, at least for 6 years. But then you cannot keep on spoon feeding this baby. So I think it's a high time that you need to do something about it.
There are shifting consumer trends in water consumption that in urban areas where there's a large middle class and upper class, people do not take water directly from the tap. They prefer processed water. So the question was, could the mother company then proceed to sell bottled water? And the answer was no, for simple reason. The water company, the water company, the mother water company, the way it is constitution and the way it is regulated by law is not really a profit-making entity. And by the way, just to comment, the mother company doesn't have issues in terms of revenue. That has not really been raised if you look at the other issues. It's only on this new water company. Number two, there's a rationale why companies usually establish subsidiaries and they give them limited liability corporate identity, which is, in the worst case scenario, no creditor would come now and attach assets of the mother company. But if you directly traded as Murang'a Water Company, you are basically endangering assets of Murang'a Water Company because you don't have that cover. So under the limited liability cover, yeah, that then means even in the worst case scenario, these water companies, these new companies, Fort Beverages goes under, public assets will not be in danger. So therefore, it made all the sense. If you now want to make some profits, you establish a company separately and you endeavor into that area. It will increase even your ability to borrow, your ability to market more, because in any event, that's not the core function of the mother water company. Because the mother water company is like, it is serving public good. Yeah, it is not interested in profits. But this other one is competing at a commercial level with other players in bottled water. Assume, for instance, Madam Chair, we fold this Fort Beverage Company Limited. Several things will happen. It will mean our region will be drinking bottled water from other international companies. Remember, Murang'a has competitive advantage in water sector. It has a competitive advantage. One, water comes from Murang'a County. Yeah, and therefore, why should other companies be making more profits in bottled water when that water resource mainly is originally from Murang'a? So that then means it makes all the sense if we could commercialize our water, try to penetrate that market. This company also leverages on the various unique advantages it has, which is it is basically an urban water company, yeah, where there's a huge market for bottled water. And then once it gets that money is plowed back to the mother water company to now help the public costs, which underpins the mother water company. So I'm trying to convince the honorable senators that the logic is there for this company to exist. Only that we needed to give it a little bit of time, and I think we are now on a positive trajectory in terms of revenue. And I ask, with all due respect, we should not look this issue in isolation to the larger cause where the journey we are headed. And I will only finish by saying a journey of 40 miles starts with one step. Thank you.
I just wanted to comment on the response by the governor. Because I think the concern of this committee, Madam Chair, has been the losses made by this company over the years. But then it is a submission of the governor that given time, the company will be able to recap the losses so made. The governor has also put across a case of the need to continue operating this company because, of course, we should not allow other companies to come and benefit from the profits that can be made from this company. The only fear I have, Madam Chair, is having this company go the way of Kenya Airways, where we continue making losses, but because we still want to maintain the pride, we continue making these losses and, of course, bailing out the company. So my only prayer to the governor and the management is that if we will have to bite the bullet, that if in the coming years we still continue making losses in this particular company, then with all the other good considerations, with all the pride that may come with running this company, and of course with the competitive advantage that we have as Murang'a that supplies water to Nairobi, then it is my submission, Madam Chair, that we cannot continue making losses with time. But for now, I think it's important that this committee gives the company some time, as the governor has requested. But then in the coming years, we should be able to review the status of this company and actually decide whether we still need to continue operating it or not. Thank you, Chair.
Yeah, we can see this honorable committee as a brand called Keringet, probably.
Ndio sababu umefinya hiyo chupa kabisa.
Allow me just to mention, it's never clear why Murang'a has the best businessmen in this country. Probably it's the water from Murang'a. So drink our water and become a sharp business, a billionaire.
Thank you, Governor. I did not even know you're a very good marketer. I've been listening, and marketing strategy, you have them. We will give 7 days that you submit the written proposal report and the feasibility study that was earlier done. And the auditors have pointed a very key issue, that the capital was nil. It has never been disclosed. For us to be able to embark a good report and see if you're going to support as a committee that fort continues, we will need those documents tabled. And because the MD has said that the documents do exist, I think 7 days will be enough for them to be able to surrender. I give it back to Chair.
I think, Governor, I started by praising you because when we had the first meeting on matters of water company, Murang'a was one of the counties that had a lot of complications. But you went ahead and dealt with the matters satisfactorily, except just one company called Murang'a South, which you have explained that the national government is the one that is delaying. And as a committee, I think we'll pursue that matter with the national government. Now you have heard the issues that members have raised on the Fort Beverage Company. I'm sure you will also help us address the issues. But as you rightly said, that the company was a child that cried when it was born, but now is starting to crawl. So we'll be waiting for the evidence on the same, evidence in the format of the reports, financial statements for 2022, 2023, 2024, which the MD has promised to deliver them in 7 days. So, honorable members, that brings us to the end of the review of audit reports for Fort Beverage Industries Company Limited.